Hello and welcome to our devotions, where together we're developing lives with God at the center. My name's Daniel. This is my amazing wife, Amanda.
Today we're going to be talking about being teachable, using the book of Mark as a launching point. So grab your Bible and jump in with us right now.
Well, I'm excited for the word today. I'm excited because she's bringing it. But one of the things that I wanted to remind you guys is that we're inviting you on a journey through our New Testament this year. And so we're averaging 2 weeks per book of the Bible just to focus and to pull some different things out. And my hope is that as you read through, some different things are going to come alive to you. And as we share some of the things that jumped out at us, I hope that it'll help you as you study the Word and it begins to come alive to you each day.
Yeah, so looking at Mark chapter 4, in verse 24 and verse 25, it's talking about learning and growing in the Word. And I love, it says, to the extent that you study spiritual truth and apply godly wisdom, it will be measured to you, and you will be given even greater ability to respond, and more will be given to you besides. And what stuck out to me was, to the extent that you study and apply God's word. And that's what we've been going over and what we're learning together and on this journey is learning, okay, when I'm reading the word, how am I applying this to my life? And recognizing that God will give me more and more the more that I do apply it.
Yeah.
And the more that I study and the more time I spend in that, God is going to give us more and more revelation and help us even more in our walk with Him. Verse 25 says, "For whoever has a teachable heart, to him more understanding will be given. And whoever does not have a yearning for truth, even what he has will be taken away." It's like, oh God, like help me to have that teachable spirit. Help me to be willing to dive into your word and to immediately make changes to my life where it's needed. And then I kept reading through chapter 4, and I came right to a spot where I was like, okay, I can start applying. And I was reading in, it's still chapter 4, but verses 37 to 40. And it's talking about the storm that's happening. And Jesus is on board, and the disciples are freaking out. The storm is so bad that they can't even believe Jesus is sleeping. They're like, how is he sleeping through this? It just looks like we're going to all die, and the whole boat's going to come apart. Actually, it says, it's verse 38. It says, "Teacher, do you not care that we're about to die?" Like, so you can kind of sense the tension that must be happening here. And verse 40, after Jesus gets up and the storm is calm, he says, "Why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith and confidence in me?" And it's just that reminder, like, man, I'm not in a boat very often.
Yep.
I don't have to come across legit storms that necessarily shake me. But in life, there are so many times where there are a sick kid, or there is finances that are struggling, or trying to figure out where my kids should go to school, or the different struggles they're having in school. There's all these different things in our lives that we can get so focused on, just like the disciples were here in this story, and all we can see then is the problem. We can say, oh, this is awful. God, do you not even care what's happening to me? God's like, I'm right there.
Yeah.
Don't focus on the storm, focus on me. Because as soon as he stood up, there was peace. And immediately it says that the wind died down as if it had grown weary, and there was at once a great calm, a perfect peacefulness. Like, wow, God, that's what we need so many times in our life. We need that perfect peacefulness. We need the calm in the storm. But when we just focus on our problem and we try to figure it out all on our own, and we say, oh, here are my different options, where am I going to go? We can just stress ourselves out. But instead we say, okay, God, what do you say? Lord, guide me through your word. Lord, let me seek wise counsel. God, how can I apply what I already know in your word to this situation? I am not going to allow this to faze me. I'm not going to allow this to determine my actions and my attitude. Yeah. I'm going to allow what you say to dictate how I behave in this moment and to dictate how I respond to what's going on around me.
So good. And I love that just simple, all right, I can have peace in this storm. I love his response. I love that application. But I wanted to make mention, as you talked in that first little bit about studying the word, and as you study it and apply it. And if you're totally new to studying God's word, welcome to the journey. It's amazing. One of the first things is getting a Bible.
Right.
And if you're like, I don't have any money, then there's free apps.
Yeah, the YouVersion is amazing.
YouVersion has tons of different translations options. Blue Letter Bible is also free, has a bunch of different options. And I just want to encourage you that sometimes people get a King James because it was the free one that someone gave them. And then they're like, I have no idea what it's saying because it's thee and thou. Get a translation that you can understand and start in God's word. And if you have questions, we love to answer them. But if you can't understand any of it, get a simpler translation. Get a New Living Translation or something that's simple. If you're like, hey, I want to go a little bit deeper. She's reading the Amplified. I'm reading the English Standard Version. There's all sorts of different translations that may make it easier for you as you read and as you study God's word for it to come alive to you.
Yeah. Well, let's get started with our confessions. So confess these out loud after me, okay? I don't have a spirit of fear.
I don't have a spirit of fear,
but of power,
love,
and a sound mind.
Love and a sound mind.
The same power
That
raised Christ from the dead.
Lives in me.
No weapon formed against me.
Shall
prosper. I resist the devil. And he flees from me. I choose prayer instead of fear. I am strong and courageous. Fear has no place here. For God is with me. I put God first. And he takes care of me. Greater is he who is in me. Than he who is in the world.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope this has been a blessing to you. If you've been blessed, hit the like button, share it or subscribe it. Help let us get the word out to more people.
Yeah, and remember that our challenge to you is to keep getting in the word so that you can develop a stronger relationship with the Lord yourself.
Be blessed. We hope to see you again soon.